All right, everyone, here we go. Haven't done one of these in a while, a cure for cancer reading, right? Where I take a look at the soulmate cycle through the theme energy. It's technically an all signs reading. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not your astrologer. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's just sometimes it's good to look at the soulmate cycle from its theme energy. So whether it's a cancer reading or one of these, which is a slightly different angle than a regular cancer reading, it's always all signs. That said, I got a pre-shuffle here. And I'm a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Irritated by it on some level. Not in a bad way. I mean, you probably think it's because of the Three of Swords. It's not. It's Kurt Cobain in pain there, Three Swords. It's not about that. Let's talk about this. First, I'll tell you it's a general reading. Might or might not resonate with you. If you're here for a reason, and the reading is timeless. There's a whole playlist of these Cure for Cancers. Right? Y'all moving at different speeds on the timeline and different speeds through the cycle. Go find one that matches with you. If this one isn't it, this could be future influence for you. I don't know. But for somebody, this is going to be very specific. Maybe a good number of somebody's, 100, 200 people or something. This is going to be really specific. I've got Three Swords in the pre-shuffle. I talk to the universe. Give me the soulmate cycle, angle, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Just the surface energy. Three Swords crossed by Five Swords. 10 Wands and 3 Cups. Let's start there. This is somebody here who just, something went wrong. There's urgency here. They're extremely emotional. Something did not go according to plan. Okay? Something went wrong. Now, how might that play out? Well, it's 1,000 different ways it might play out. Maybe this person thought they could replace you with somebody else, right? It could be a new soulmate, doesn't want it too chicken to tell you how they feel, or it could be a runner. They thought they could replace you with somebody else, so they went out with somebody else, and it's not the same. And now there's some urgency to sort of come in, maybe communicate with you. I don't know. Your energy, the part that's weird is your energy is attached to all this. So that's why I'm phrasing this and explaining it the way I am. Now, if we go a little deeper, there's the Page of Swords. This is really our pre-shuffle, But the Page of Swords and the Six of Cups. This person here is coming back. This person here is going to start spying again. And this is a very, very strong spying aspect here. Somebody's very disappointed that something didn't work out for them. I get that. But I've got nothing but someone from the past just hovering around you. Just watching your social media. Now, that could also be thinking about you. It could be daydreaming about you. It could be looking at your picture. All of that is spying energy. It's the same frequency of energy playing out several different ways. Like I tell you, energy does. But this part here, this is going to be an interesting reading. All right, so something didn't work out. Whatever it is, there's a huge amount of urgency here for somebody to fix it, to do something, to fix something with you. Perhaps there's something around them is making them feel like, it's near the end, right? And they need to do something. I don't know. But the strongest energy there is something didn't go according to plan. And somehow that leads them back to you, okay? Or your connection, one or the other. That's the best I can tell you. It's the most honest read on that energy I can give you. So let's go. Let's shuffle the deck here. Let's pull ourselves a Cure for Cancer reading, which, in case you don't know, you might be new, is 5 cards from the bottom, the environmental energy around whoever this incoming energy is, and then 4 cards from the top, how they're behaving in that environmental energy. We clarify the top cards, okay? We'll see where we go. Let's see what we do here. Give me a Cure for Cancer reading, universe. It knows what I mean, although it's been a while. I think it's been like a month since I've done one of these or something like that. My God. Let's go. Give me a Cure for Cancer reading. What do we got here, universe? Talk to me. Okay. Bottom, 5 cards. We start with a Page of Pentacles. We then go to a Lovers in the center. These 2 are like that. And then there'll be 2 more over here that are kind of together. And then we have a center. 4 of Pentacles. Then we have of course we do, don't we? Of course we do. Then we have a Devil. And then we have a 9 of Cups. And I will show you the 6th card just because it automatically reveals itself when I pull the 5th one. It's mild energy as part of this, but it is a Chariot. Okay? And that Chariot is crossed by the Hierophant. Somebody here is righteously coming towards you. Something really didn't work out. This card also represents the theme energy of this soulmate cycle, which is Cancerian energy. But it's really, the universe is telling me here with the Chariot, there's all forward movement on this. So what is this? Somebody's figured out what makes them happy. I can tell you that. And somebody here realizes they can't escape your connection with the devil red with the lovers. They realize they can't escape it. The environmental energy is showing them that they can't escape it. The environmental energy is teaching them a lesson, showing them exactly where to go and what to do to be happy. And the environmental energy appears to be also creating an element of fear within itself because of the devil energy. How do I phrase that? How would that happen? Creating an element of fear within itself. It's all a bit too much. It's all a bit of a much, right? So that kind of freaks you out a little bit, right? You don't mind going to, I'll give you an example of environmental energy creating an element of fear within itself. You don't mind going to feed the fish, for example, at the hatchery or something like that. You feed the fish, right? You throw it in there, and sometimes they let you get in the water and you can feed the fish and things like that. Sure, that's all fine and good. 1 or 2 fish coming up to you. 5,000 fish all at once, including some big ones coming around and all that kind of stuff. It gets to be a bit too much. And that's sort of the way I feel this. I feel like somebody jumped in a tank that had just a few fish that they wanted to look at, maybe did some snorkeling, and all of a sudden the entire fucking ocean showed up. There's whales, there's sharks, there's all kinds of stuff. So, and that's a byproduct of this devil energy, which is the ties that bind here. What's happening in the cycle right now is only the strongest connections are surviving. It seems to be, what I'm noticing is that the energy of the soulmate cycle right now, here where we are at this point in it, here in May of 2024, seems to be favoring the most powerful of the connections. So whoever this is to you is an extremely powerful connection. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be your long lost runner. You may not know who this is, and some of you don't. Okay, some of you, I say this all the time, and there's always some asshole that gives me a thumbs down when I do. Sorry if I say something you don't want to hear. Oh, boo-hoo. But sometimes what the person we think is that major twin, they're my twin flame, they're my everything, that kind of thing, that original runner is just there to get your energy up for the actual twin flame or deep, deep soul connection. Okay, and for a few of you, that's the case, not all of you. For a few of you. And the ones that will thumbs down me when I say that, that's you. You just got triggered, right? So be careful about that. Stop yourself for a moment, right? Check yourself and go, wait a second, why am I so upset by him saying that, right? Because that's what's going on. Look, these are powerful connections. These are soul contracts, all right? So how are they, your runner, or this incoming energy, this soulmate, whoever it is, runner, future soulmate, someone holding on to feelings for you. It's very powerful. I mean, lovers and the devil, that's very powerful connection, especially when I'm only drawn to the ties that bind. How is this energy behaving in this environmental energy? How's this person behaving? Let's find out. Right here. 7 of Swords. Exactly. Usually they behave contrary to it. And this 7 of Swords, again, I said, rewind. I said there's an element of fear here that's inherent within the energy because it's so powerful, because the energy is favoring the very powerful connections. There's an element of fear here. The fear comes from this devil side, right? The devil type energy, the sheer power of the connection. It's like a decadent chocolate cake. It feels almost sinful to be eating it, kind of a thing. But it's really good, like that kind of a thing. It's those powerful connections. So we have mild devil energy here. Somebody's urge is to run away from all of this. I believe it with that fear right there in the center. I believe it. Your urge in that analogy I gave about feeding the fish and being in the pool, too many come in, including some big sharks. Your urge would be to get the fuck out of the pool, wouldn't it? Yeah, I bet it would. That'd be my urge. What else besides 7 swords? 4 cups. What's red with what's crossing the 4 cups? Strength. And what's red with the 7 of swords? Death. They want to run, but they can't. That's a paraphrase on the energy. These two are read together and these two cross each other. I'll do some clarifying, don't worry. But they want to run, but they can't. Somebody here is getting the strength up, right? The heart chakra is open, and it's more depressing. The thought of running away is more depressing than the thought of actually coming towards this connection and doing something. Those two energies combine to form urgency. Okay? That's it. Those two energies combine to form an urgency, a need to do it, what we talked about in the pre-shuffle. All right, and the Three of Swords in that pre-shuffle is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. I've been telling you that since I got here. It's one of the main cards. But the way that energy was reflecting in this case, the Three of Swords isn't about you. It's about something else not working out. It's almost like somebody is forced to come towards you. And they feel like that's the case. They feel like there's no other option. But their urge is to run away. But that makes them sadder than just trying to do it. You know, so I can't run away. I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't energy here is what this... how I would paraphrase this energy that's radiating. So let's clarify. Let's talk to the witches. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Let's get these all on camera. Give everybody their day in the spotlight here. Let's go. Seven Swords. Why is it here? It's complicated energy. The soulmate cycle is getting complicated. It really is. It's getting tougher and tougher. I can handle it. It's not a big deal. But the readings are going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. Surface readings, which a lot of people give, are going to become more and more useless because this cycle is just, it's getting very, very deep. We've got some powerful energies. When I see the Lovers and the Devil paired together here, I mean, we got only the most powerful connections are being favored right now in the energy. Everything else, the lighter ones, are being cast off or not brought as forward, not brought as much into the light, right? Let's go. Seven of Swords. Why is it here? So you can't get away with surface reads. When the deeper the connection is, the deeper you have to go in the reads. So keep that in mind. If you pull your own reads, make sure you clarify on top of clarify on top of clarify, especially if you're not an energy reader, you're just a card reader, you're going to need to clarify 3 or 4 times. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Keep that in mind. Why is the Seven of Swords here? I don't have to because I read the energy. Sometimes in coming months I might clarify twice. You never know. It's Seven Swords is crossed by 10 Swords. It's exactly what I said. The environmental energy around their urge to run away is they stop themselves. I get that. I get that here too with Strength card crossing the 4 of Cups. No, I'm just going to focus on what I got. Oh no, they fight it. This type of energy is also fighting an urge. Like if you quit something like drinking or whatever, you get those urges to have one, right? That'll pass. This is fighting that urge. It's sort of that type of energy. Well, I get the same thing here with 10 Swords. Somebody wants to put an end to this bullshit. I know that because it's red with death, and I got 10 Swords crossing it. What's on top? The Emperor. The reason that they feel worse if they think about running away is that hurts their ego. This person, whoever this energy is, and this is very common on the DM side, they think they're the shit. They think that they're just somebody, they're just, it's all fake. It's all puffed. It's puffing ego, right? It's like the King of Wands in the animal deck is that cobra puffing up the hood. It's not real. It's just, trying to put on a show. But yeah, it hurts their ego to run. Okay, fine. So it'll hurt your ego more if you run away. So that matters to you. Okay. All right. Why is the Emperor here? Queen of Swords. Yeah. I think because this is such a powerful connection, I think that the incoming energies on the DM side are unclear on exactly what it means. I think they're looking at it from the wrong angle. Okay? That's just what I think. That's the way I feel the energy. I feel like somebody understands this. So it's sort of like somebody who you're explaining, who thinks they know everything, right? There's someone who, just as an example, there's someone who doesn't need the instructions. They know how to put the bike together, right? So you tell them, well, there's a couple of bolts over here, and they're like, no. Yeah. I got it. Okay, right? It's like that. It's somebody who thinks they've got the connection figured out, but they don't. So that's why the reason that they don't run away from it, the reason they shut down this Seven of Swords, sneaking away, is because it hurts their ego, because it feels like, well, if I do that, then, I'm not as cool as I think I am. They're missing the whole point of the connection. The actual real reason that they can't run away is because this is some powerful fucking shit, right? This is some wicked voodoo here, all right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about this disappointment that sets in when they try to run away. I don't think I'm drawn to the clouds on the card. That's why. Energy reader like me would be drawn to cards of mediums. And when anything is a medium, you're only drawn to one little part of it. You could use a dollar bill or a pound or a euro as a medium if you want. I mean, you'd only be drawn to one part of it. You can use anything as a medium and talk to the energies around you. I'm drawn to the clouds here, but the cards are nice because you can see it, right? And a lot of you know what the cards kind of mean. So yeah, they're missing the point here somehow. Why is that? And I believe it. I believe it goes over their head. These are powerful connections. I think it goes over their head. However, the environmental energy is trying desperately, this is my student, to teach them what would make them happy, to show it to them. They're getting signs and things like that. I just don't know from this energy if they're ignoring the signs in favor of what they think. All right? Okay. Why is the Four of Cups here? I think they're making up their own narrative a little bit. Why is the Four of Cups here? Tell me about the disappointment that sets in here. Because there's a lot of disappointment attached to this card. It's not apathy. It's disappointment. Why is it here? Yeah, it's what I said. I said I pulled on the disappointment energy. This is, look. This is the base energy, right? This is the reality. We come back to reality. There it is. Male or female, it's a girl on the card. Doesn't matter, right? But in their mind, in the environment, they're this. They're this Knight of Cups, this gallant knight. But a little bit of reality, somewhere between these two cards, right, is a little bit of reality sets in that they're not. They're just a fucking chicken shit because they want to sneaky deaky away. So that's why the net result there is disappointment. That's why they come back. But they come back into the, on your path, if you will, for the wrong reasons. They come back because it'll hurt my ego if I run away. They want to prove to themselves that they're this. Well, they already are this. The only reason that they're not is because they keep with the bullshit and the fronting. It's because their energy, their masculine and feminine energies are out of balance. That's all. What's on top? They're already, we're anything we want to be. The frequencies are there already. You just have to tune into it. It's like a radio station on your dial, right? The FM dial. All the stations are there. If you want to listen to 102 point whatever, you need to tune into it. It's already there. You don't have to go buy another radio. Well, this one doesn't have 102.1. I got to go get another one. You don't have to do that. They're all there. Just turn the fucking dial. They're not getting that. What's on top? Two cups. Yeah, there's a lot of love here. These are some powerful fucking connections. Okay? I mean, I get the Lovers and the Devil. The Lovers and the Two of Cups is an indicator of how powerful the connections are. But the Lovers and the Devil tells me how far back it goes. It tells me about the ties that bind when I'm just drawn to that, like I said. This person here, I think on some level, they can't figure out why they can't get rid of this connection, why it won't go away, why they're so, they just can't figure it out. But why is the Two of Cups here before I open my mouth? Yeah, the Ten of Cups. It's easier to dream about it than it is to go for it. That's why the spying energy kicks back up that we saw in the pre-shuffle. It's easier to dream about it than it is to go for it. And the fact of the matter is, when reality sets in, remember our Knight of Cups that was crossing here, that's who they are in their mind, right? When reality sets in and they're this, what this girl on this card, doesn't matter, it's male or female, it's a girl on the card, what she's realizing as you look at her is how happy this connection makes them. It's everything that they ever asked for, and yet they don't go for it. And yet they behave, they want to jump out of the pool. They want to run for the hills. They do stop themselves, okay? The sheer power of the connection, I think, stops them more than they figure something out, is my point. I don't think they figure anything out. I think these are just you can't run, it's like a prison yard. Right? I've given that analogy before. Sometimes they're big yards sometimes. But there's always a fence. Right? You can go out, they let you out, you can go ahead and run, but you're going to hit a fence eventually. Right? And that's what happens here with these powerful connections. You just hit a fence. You can run, but you can't hide, sort of a thing. What's going on with the Strength card? I'm curious. It's mostly talking about heart chakra. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of passion attached to this card. Absolutely. Why is the Strength card here? Tell me about it. Why is it here? See what I'm saying? The energy is very complex. There's a lot more going on. I mean, just as a basic card read, yeah, somebody here tries to run away, but, again, the truth sets in. They want to turn around. Yeah, you got a powerful connection. Somebody who didn't want it is coming back. We could say that here if I was just a card reader. You got to be careful about that. In this energy, I'm just telling you, I know y'all cheat on me with other readers, and that's fine. But be very careful. I'm telling you right now, in this energy, Nobody regrets it in terms of, it's not as simple as somebody regrets it. Now someone wants what they didn't want before. You got two cups, two soulmates coming together, 10 of cups of your dreams and all that stuff. That's all very fairyland surface energy. There's a lot of deep psychological shit happening right now. We got the devil and the lovers card. These are very powerful energies in the environmental energies, and they generate, the sheer power of this connection generates fear. It's a fear generator. That's why this is here in the middle. So I'm trying to give you a good, honest reading. It's not going to win me any fucking views. It's not going to win me any thumbs ups from people that don't want to hear it. Lots of people like to have their ass sugar-coated, and that's fine. That's all fine and good, but just so you know, that's not how life works. I know. Especially if you're from the everybody gets a trophy generation. That's a psychology backfire right there. That's not how the world works, I'm afraid. That's certainly not how soulmate cycles work, and it's not how love works. Otherwise, most of the songs written about love would be very boring if it did work that way. Okay, we got a card that flew out. I'll get the card that flew out. I'll tell you it's a Six of Swords reversed. Okay? I'm staring at it right now on the floor. The Strength card is crossed by the Six of Pentacles. All right? Now I'm going to tell you what this is. Six of Swords reversed. A lot of times these two go together. They're both sixes. They go together. Now, a lot of times I talk about this guy in a canoe, right? He's moving on the calmer waters. He's got a lot going on. This is quite literal. All right? This person here needs to pull their head out of their ass a little bit. All right? This is a message for you. Your energy is attached to this. That's why I couldn't figure out why the Strength card's here, why there's so much heart chakra and passion, because it didn't make sense with the rest of the stuff. Your energy's here. It has to show up somewhere. And here's where it's showing up. And what it's telling you is you wouldn't want this person until they figure it out. Whoever this is, you don't want them. Someone here, if they gave in this energy, it would be nothing but choppy water. Why is the Six of Swords reversed there? Yeah, see? Five of Pentacles. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. All right? Nothing at all. All you're missing is choppy water here because somebody is having some trouble. It's powerful connections. The most powerful connections right now are getting highlighted. And because of that, we need a DM who's got their shit together here for sure. And that's not what we got. Your energy's showing up here, you're perfectly fine. You could sit this one out. All right? It is what it is. It's almost like Jethro Tull's song, I was going to say Aqualung, but it's not Aqualung. It's Thick as a Brick there. Really don't mind if you sit this one out, right? It's a bit of like that. Just sit it out. All right, let's pull on the Death card. So something is going to happen here. For now, if I were you, I'd just do you. I'd just be you. Why is the Death card here? It's a very complicated reading. Way too complicated for a Cure for Cancer reading. I usually like them a little simpler than this. This is complex energy. This is crazy. Okay, Death card. Yeah, it's crossed by the Queen of Wands. Somebody needs to figure it out. Somebody needs to figure it out. It's Fakey McFakerman energy. They're very attracted to you, though, but it's Fakey McFakerman energy. They're only looking at the surface. And it's what I told you. This is about surface energy, right? Superficial. Yeah, there's nothing superficial about what's happening in the energies right now. We can't do that. You've got to dig. You've got to dig deeper, whether it's about love relationships or whatever, or about yourself. This is a time to go a little bit deep. What's on top? The Four of Wands. Okay, it's a superficial relationship coming to an end on their side. There's something that has to come to an end on their side before they finally see the light. Okay? Some sort of path they've been walking, the structure of their life. Probably a relationship either with themselves or with somebody else. Why is the Four of Wands here? The Six of Pentacles, yeah. Somebody here needs to start giving to something else. A superficial relationship that they've been giving to may come to an end because of this, because of all this that's happening. And when that happens, then they're more likely to see the light. But right now, what's happening is they're trapped in a superficial energy, right? Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's just a way they look at the world. And they're just not capable of the depth of this energy that's necessary. It's a very deep connections. The universe is doing some work on deep connections. Now, I will give you a piece of good news, because the energy that's here, I talked about the universe focusing on very deep connections, very light connections, connections that you have just a little bit with. they're kind of not being touched by the, we'll call it the universe right now, by the surrounding energies. So you got a good chance of getting yourself in a great, you're not missing anything by sitting this one out, okay? Not at all. You got a good chance to, because lighter connections are usually much smoother. They're very nice for forming little relationships, somebody you're dating, and that could go somewhere. Marriages that last 30 years, those are usually very milder connections than these very, very deep ones. And the good news is, because the universe is focused on these, you got a good chance to meet someone very special that you have a light connection with. And just flow right into it. There's no resistance on those, okay? So there's no lessons attached or karma or any of this. So that could be a very nice thing. You may learn very soon that life's pretty good for you as well, because your energy's attached to all this too. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you, and we'll go. Give me one card, the bottom card. What do you want to tell everybody? It is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry for the deep readings, but I've always given deep readings. I always go pretty deep. Usually not this deep on YouTube. This might be too much energy reading for YouTube, but in an extent that I would certainly go this deep, or probably deeper, but it's just the way the energy is right now. Okay, there's a lot of change happening. A lot of big changes. The universe is sorting out the big stuff for sure. Let's go. What else you want to tell everybody? Give me one card, the bottom card. Let's do it. Oh, okay. We're back to that. Okay. 6 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Okay. This is a message for you. I said, what do I want to tell my viewers, right? You guys. You got a victory coming. All right. So don't be sad. It's just backing up what I said. First of all, don't be sad about sitting this out. It's fine. You got your energy. Your energy is great. You're attracting a lot of things. It's what I told you about, maybe lighter connections coming in and things like that. So pay attention to the readings I might pull, like singles reads, 3 card with me, energy updates, things like that. Also, where those type of energies might show up. But also, you've got something coming. It's some kind of 6 of Pentacles here. Something worth giving to. If you're someone, I'm going to be very specific here. If you're someone who feels like everything you give to turns to shit, it's all a bunch of hot air, whether it's career or a person, that energy is changing. You're about to get some wins. If you're someone who said to themselves recently, I could use a win, universe, a win is coming. Big time. Big time. All right? And a lot of abundance is coming with it. Be it love, professional, or whatever it is to you. All right? That's your reading. Let these energies sort this out. It's fine. You can't look at deep energy like this superficially. And that's what they're doing. But it's because they're trapped surrounded by superficial energies. But the universe seems to think that that's coming to an end shortly. And once they do, then maybe some of these deeper connections show up. But maybe some of you will be with a lighter connection by then, and it won't matter. I don't know. I see you got a win here for sure. Something worth putting on that little mini skirt for. Male or female. Either way. It's just called a kilt if you're a man. It doesn't matter. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And have your head checked, because it's pretty deep. But if you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. All right. All right. Good luck.